Let's be completely honest with ourselves. Most people are using advanced AI tools like Claude, ChatGPT, and local LLMs entirely wrong. The standard workflow looks exactly like this. You open a blank browser tab, you write a long, elaborate prompt. You copy and paste a giant wall of messy text or code in an answer, you copy it out, and then you close the tab. And then tomorrow morning, you wake up and you do the exact same thing, you start from scratch. What you don't realize is that this workflow is fundamentally broken. Your AI never actually gets any smarter. It doesn't remember your preferences. It doesn't learn from the corrections you made yesterday. It doesn't build upon its own breakthroughs. You are essentially trapped in an intellectual Groundhog Day, spending half of your week repeating yourself, fixing the exact same hallucinations, and manually feeding the machine the same context files over and over again. This isn't just a minor operational inefficiency. Andrej Karpathy, the founding team member at OpenAI, the former director of AI at Tesla, and one of the most respected minds in the history of machine learning, recently went viral for calling out this exact phenomenon. He diagnosed it brutally and directly. It is a fundamental skill issue. Karpathy revealed that the secret to achieving the true 10x leap in your output isn't about discovering some magical 40-word prompt. It is about building a system where your AI accumulates knowledge over time. When Karpathy speaks about engineering systems, the entire tech industry stops to take note, because he isn't talking about buying expensive corporate enterprise software or hiring a team of developers. He is talking about a radical architectural shift in how you organize your projects locally on your computer. In this video, we are going to completely deconstruct Karpathy's private operational framework. We'll break down his three core pillars: automated knowledge bases, unsupervised auto research loops, and precision context engineering. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you the exact platform agnostic blueprint and the master implementation prompt to turn your local project directory into a self-sustaining, self-correcting engine that grows smarter while you sleep. No gatekeeping, no corporate bloat, just the raw mechanic to 10x your automation. Let's dive straight into pillar number 1, the self-sustaining LLM knowledge base. To understand why this is necessary, you have to look at how human organizations fail. Karpathy pointed out a profound truth about human behavior. Humans abandon wikis because the maintenance burden grows faster than the value. Think about every company Notion page, every shared Google Doc, or every internal team wiki you've ever seen. They always start with great intentions. But within 2 months, they become digital ghost towns filled with outdated information, broken links, and contradictory notes. Why? Because updating documentation is boring and manual labor. But here is the breakthrough realization. LLMs do not get bored. Instead of treating your AI like a search engine where data vanishes the moment you close the window, Karpathy's style forces the AI to build and maintain its own local encyclopedia. It creates absolutely no complex infrastructure, no external database management, and no expensive API subscription. It is entirely built on top of standard Markdown folders right on your local hard drive. This localized architecture is built on 3 distinct layers. Let's break down exactly how they interact. Layer number 1 is your raw resources folder. Think of this as your project's chaotic data dump. This is the designated folder where you drop everything relevant to your project. Raw podcast transcripts, scattered sticky notes, messy client briefs, market research PDFs, or massive open source code repositories. Here is the golden rule of layer 1. It is completely immutable. The AI is allowed to read from this folder, but it is strictly forbidden from ever modifying, rewriting, or deleting these files. This folder serves as your absolute uncorrupted source of truth. Layer number 2 is the active wiki. This is where the true intelligence of the system resides. The AI continuously monitors your raw folder, processes the chaotic inputs, and automatically populates the active wiki. It generates highly structured summaries, builds conceptual breakdowns, maps out comparative charts, and tracks evolving profiles, assets, peoples, or technical tools. Every single file in this wiki is cleanly cross-referenced and hyperlinked directly back to the original file in the raw data layer. And if you're looking to learn more about Claude Code and how to monetize it, we have a community linked down in the description below. We have a complete Claude Code masterclass. We also have a daily task guide of which you can do step by step each day to land your first AI client. Hope to see you there. Layer number 3 is the schema file. If layer 1 is the raw fuel and layer 2 is the engine, Layer 3 is the master engineer. The schema is a single, highly condensed Markdown instruction file that acts like a dedicated librarian for your entire system. It dictates the exact structural rules the AI must follow. It outlines the specific naming conventions, the folder hierarchies, and the precise formatting protocols. More importantly, it instructs the AI to routinely perform automated health checks. The AI is ordered to scan the entire wiki to flag internal contradictions, detect outdated information, and highlight critical logical gaps in your project. Let's look at a real-world, concrete example to see why this completely changes the game. Imagine you are working on an extensive research project or building an application, and you upload 5 separate 2-hour podcast transcripts of an expert discussing industry best practices. In a traditional, primitive workflow, you would have to upload those massive transcripts into your context window every single time you wanted to ask a question. Within minutes, your context window would be completely bloated, the AI would start hallucinating, its reasoning would degrade, and your API costs would skyrocket. Under Karpathy's 3-layer system, the moment those 5 transcripts hit your raw folder, the AI springs into action. It automatically analyzes the text, extracts the core principles, and creates a consolidated, interlinked wiki profile. Now, when you ask a highly specific question later on, the AI doesn't waste time or cognitive energy reading through 10 hours of raw transcripts. It looks at the organized wiki profile, instantly identifies the exact subtopic, follows the precision hyperlink back to the specific timestamp in the transcript, and delivers a flawless, contextually accurate answer. You have successfully engineered a localized web of information. You have made the AI's life incredibly easy, and in return, its output becomes exponentially superior. Building a localized library is an incredible first step, but it still requires you to sit in the driver's seat and manually prompt the machine. To achieve true leverage, you have to move to pillar number 2, unsupervised auto research loops. This is where we transition from a passive assistant to an active autonomous workforce. To illustrate this power, Karpathy open sourced a phenomenal experimental project called Auto Research. He was working on training a small, highly specialized neural network model. Now, normally, an engineer has to sit at their desk for days on end, manually tweaking hyperparameters, adjusting code snippets, running tests, checking the results, and repeating the process over and over. It's a slow, exhausting bottleneck. Karpathy decided to remove himself from that equation entirely. He built an automated AI agent loop, pointed it directly at his local codebase, and gave it one singular, high-level objective: find ways to optimize this system and maximize its execution performance. No step-by-step guidance, no hand-holding, just a goal and a definitive way to measure success. The AI agent executed a continuous unsupervised loop. It proposed a specific code optimization, automatically executed the software, measured whether the performance metric went up or down, and permanently saved the code if it succeeded. It discarded it completely if it failed, and immediately moved on to the next experiment. The results were stunning. Unsupervised, the agent discovered 20 stacked architectural improvements, delivering increased performance. When the CEO of Shopify saw Karpathy's experiment, he immediately implemented a modified version of this auto research loop on his company's internal optimization workflows. After running 37 completely automated experiments, the system achieved a significant efficiency gain, all while human leadership was out of the loop. This brings us to the core philosophical mindset shift required for modern AI utilization. To get the maximum value out of the modern LLMs, you must systematically remove yourself as the operational bottleneck. You cannot be the person sitting there constantly hitting enter, reviewing every line, every iteration, manually crafting the next step. You must be outside the loop. Now, a lot of people are seeing Karpathy's coding experiment and think, well, that's fantastic for world-class computer scientists who are optimizing highly measurable variables like execution speed or mathematical error rates. But my daily work isn't that clear-cut. How do I build an auto research loop for things that aren't easily quantified by a computer? How do I automate the optimization of a marketing strategy, of a complex video script, or a product design, or an enterprise sales sequence? The answer is brilliant in its simplicity. You use your own natural workflow history as a proxy for the performance. Think about what happens when you work with an AI to write a comprehensive client report or marketing campaign. You rarely accept the first draft. Instead, you enter a collaborative back and forth dialogue. You tell the AI this is too formal, you missed the core target, adjust this, or change that. Every single one of those manual revisions is an incredibly valuable piece of data. It represents a precise delta between what the AI thought you wanted and what you actually wanted. In a non-measurable environment, you construct an auto research loop by setting up a local session hook or an automated background script. Every single time you finish a project session, this background script automatically triggers. It extracts your entire chat history, isolating every single correction, adjustment, and critique you made during the session. The system then runs an independent optimization loop asking itself, why did I fail to deliver the preferred answer? What was missing from my core knowledge base or my operational instructions that caused this gap? The agent then automatically updates your Layer 3 schema file, refining its internal guidelines so that the exact same mistake is never repeated again. The system auto-evolves based on your behavioral feedback, continuously closing the gap between draft 1 and perfection. Now that we have established a compounding knowledge base and an automated loop to optimize it, we must address the final, most critical pillar that ties this entire architecture together: precision context engineering. Karpathy described context engineering as the delicate art and science of filling an AI's immediate memory window with only the absolute highest leverage, most consequential, relevant information required to execute the next step. This is where the line is drawn between amateur prompt engineers and elite operators. When people complain that modern AI tools are generating generic surface-level results, or when they claim that the models are fundamentally incapable of handling complex, nuanced tasks, Karpathy doesn't blame the model. He explicitly attributes it to user skill issues. The raw capability is almost always present in the model. What is missing is a structured, engineered pipeline to feed the model the right information at exactly the right time. If you blindly flood an LLM's context window with every piece of data, document, and guideline you own, its cognitive performance drastically plummets. The model experiences severe attention dilution. It struggles to separate the signal from the noise, its logical reasoning degrades, and it begins to hallucinate. To achieve precision context engineering, Karpathy's method relies on two foundational local mechanisms. One, the project blueprint file. The first mechanism is the creation of a dedicated project blueprint file, frequently formatted as a local Markdown file, that sits directly in the root directory of your workspace. This file is automatically read by your local AI environment at the absolute beginning of every session. The absolute golden rule of this file is that it must be strictly limited to under 50 lines of text. We want absolutely zero fluff, zero conventional filler, and zero bloat. It must explicitly communicate only 4 things to the AI: an exact one-sentence definition of what the overall project is, a high-level layout of your local directory structure, the precise granular task you are actively building right now in this exact session, a bulleted list of the top 3 most common architectural or stylistic mistakes the AI routinely commits that should be avoided. By enforcing a strict 50-line maximum constraint, you force the system to remain highly focused, lightweight, and incredibly high signal. Number 2, dynamic operational scoping. The second mechanism is dynamic operational scoping. If you are tasking your own AI with writing a specific financial contract, generating a targeted marketing email, or debugging a specific function in a code base, it does not need to look at your entire company history, your full product catalog, or your complete database framework. This is exactly why the Layer 2 active wiki we built in Step 1 is so revolutionary. Because your knowledge is cleanly partitioned, indexed, and cross-referenced, the system can dynamically inject only the specific expert framework required for that exact prompt, while completely ignoring the rest of the library. If you ask a pricing question, the system dynamically pulls only your specific margin frameworks. If you ask a content question, it dynamically swaps that out and loads only your audience retention guidelines. The user never has to manually curate the background context. The local architecture handles the scoping entirely behind the scenes. We have covered the high-level theory, the architectural layers, and the core philosophy. Now let's build the exact system on your local machine right now. You do not need to purchase any specialized software, you do not need to write complex Python code, and you do not need a degree in data science. You can set this up in less than 5 minutes using standard Markdown folders and a single master configuration prompt. Step number 1. Create a new root directory on your computer for whatever project you are currently working on. Inside that root directory, initialize exactly 2 subfolders and 1 master Markdown file using these precise names. Create a folder named /raw source. Create a folder named /knowledge wiki. Create a file named systeminstructions.md. You are an autonomous knowledge engineer managing this project directory. Your primary objective is to maintain an ultra-high signal compounding intelligence network. Once you have created this basic file structure, copy and paste this master configuration prompt directly into your active AI environment. The moment this prompt is initiated, your localized workspace undergoes a complete transformation. It ceases to be a chaotic workspace and becomes an active, self-monitoring intelligence network. To unlock the ultimate value of this setup, I highly recommend opening your root project directory using a local Markdown viewer like Obsidian. Once you open your project folder, simply hit Command-G to activate the native graph view. Every time you drop a new file into your raw folder, you will literally watch your local brain grow in real time, spinning out a complex web of interconnected nodes, hyperlinks, and conceptual frameworks. It ensures that your AI never has to guess what you mean, never forgets a critical pass correction, and never forces you to repeat yourself ever again. You have successfully implemented Karpathy's method. If you want to learn more about AI, check the community down below. The link is in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.